Joker, Disney edition. Cruella is directed by Craig Gillespie and it stars Emma Stone, Emma Thompson, Joel Fry, and Paul Walter Hauser. And it talks about the origin of Cruella de Vil from 101 Dalmatians. Now, before seeing this movie, I thought, man, that looks really unnecessary and kind of dumb. We're gonna get it because it's Disney, but it just seemed like a really unnecessary idea. We've seen stories like Solo, Maleficent, where you're just like, I don't need to see this person's backstory. Sometimes what makes a character great is not knowing what their actual backstory is or who they are or where they've actually come from. So making an origin story, especially for a villain whose past being a mystery, kind of adds to their mysterious nature. Kind of just seems like a contradiction to what makes this character great. However, knowing that Cruella is starring Emma Stone made me go, alright, why not? As well as the fact that it is directed by Craig Gillespie, who I'm a big fan of, and I really enjoyed Cruella. First off, let me get into the positives. Emma Stone is fantastic in this movie. She's playing a character who everybody knows her because they hate her, and I was watching this thinking like, okay, like what's gonna be the thing that makes me like her here? And basically, she's playing a character who is trying to be good, even though she definitely has a dark side. You also see her as a kid, and you see how, you know, she was kind of born into being a little bit of a troublemaker, but she was given a good life and kind of screwed it up, or at least feels like she screwed it up. So it's very easy to side with Cruella and really like her. You also see how she meets Horus and Jasper, her henchmen from the original 101 Dalmatians, and their relationship and how they've grown up together. I really enjoyed seeing that. Horus and Jasper are played by Paul Walter Hauser and Joel Fry, and they are having so much fun in this movie, especially Paul Walter Hauser. He's a super underrated actor. He was great in I, Tonya. He was even better in Richard Jewell. I love seeing him in just anything that he does, so yeah, keep casting this guy, Hollywood. Another way that this movie gets you on Cruella's side, and they do this in a lot of origin story movies, especially when it's about a villain, is they just give you a bigger villain to kind of root against, and that is Emma Thompson. She's playing pretty much a fashion designer who just doesn't care about anybody but herself, and she is phenomenal in this movie. This movie has just a lot of fun going for it. The tone and the pacing is really good. It's a little bit too long, but it moves at a brisk pace. There's always something happening. Also, I gotta tell you, the soundtrack in this movie is awesome, and I don't know anything about fashion, but the costume design in this movie is outstanding. This movie is like Joker meets Batman Returns meets The Devil Wears Prada. It looks fantastic. It's got kind of a dark tone to it, but it is for kids, and you're seeing the origin of a villain. Now, I will get into some of my problems with the movie. First off, like I said, it's a little bit too long. It's like 2 hours and 10 minutes long. It could have been maybe like an hour 45. And the other big problem, it is very predictable. Everything in this movie, you're like, okay, she's gonna get a job working for Emma Thompson. Emma Thompson's gonna boss her around like Miranda Priestley, and she's gonna take it, and then she's gonna find out something, and then be like, oh, I need to rise above and do something else. And every scene you see, you're like, okay, I know where this is going. And a lot of the time, you figure out the twists and what's gonna happen before they actually happen. However, this is a type of movie that I don't really enjoy. I don't really enjoy these origin story movies where you're seeing a character that we already know for being mysterious and being weird, and they're kind of already great. We don't need another movie like this. It kind of just feels like a cash grab. With all that being said, Emma Stone and Emma Thompson give great performances. The style of this movie, the direction, the costume design, the soundtrack makes it worth 2 hours and 10 minutes of your life. So go check this movie out if you like the 101 Dalmatians and you want to learn a little bit more about Cruella de Vil, or if you just like Emma Thompson and Emma Stone. I'm going to give Cruella a 6.9 out of 10. Like that close to getting it to 7. So did you see Cruella on Disney Plus? What did you think about it? Comment down below. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. If you enjoyed watching this, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share this with your buddies, and as always, stay groovy, watch a movie.